Yeah, it was. It was our second straight game where we played like we want to play. Especially in our league now. And it generally starts with Aaliyah and Paige. When those two are really aggressive, and tonight they were. It makes everybody on the team feel pretty confident in knowing that they can just do their thing. Yeah, and coming off of what happened, it's just it's hard for them to, obviously to concentrate on it, but I do think they were able to do that, that whole fourth quarter.
Geno, did you see what happened, or has it been described to you what happened to Margaret? I mean, it looked like she grabbed her left knee.
Yeah. Apparently, she went to put her foot down, and her foot turned in like that, and it kind of kicked her knee in, and there wasn't anybody around her. There wasn't any contact. There wasn't any. I mean, she was still on the floor. It wasn't like she jumped or anything. From what little I've been able to gather, be able to watch more when I get back. But the team doctor for Creighton came out, and he pretty much said that the knee's very, very unstable, and I guess we'll know more when we do the tests.
Coach, what did you think of your team's defensive performance tonight? It felt like Creighton couldn't even catch it without someone in their grill.
I really believe that when you're playing Creighton, you probably have the toughest defensive assignment of any team in our league. They're experienced. They've been playing together for a long time. They're really smart. They take advantage of just about every one of your mistakes. And they force you to be on point defensively. And we knew that we were going to have some breakdowns, and we did. But I think overall, not just tonight, but also on Sunday, I thought these were two tremendous defensive games that we played. We had contributions from a lot of people, and you've got to try to be disruptive with Creighton. They're so well drilled and well coached in their scheme of what they want to do, and I just thought we worked incredibly hard and communicated incredibly well. We talked about going into the game that even teams as good as Creighton is at shooting threes, they're gonna miss more than they make. That's what every team does. I don't know that any team goes out and shoots 50% from the three-point line for long. So we had to capitalize on all those misses to put a little more pressure on them the other way. And we did. We did. We took advantage of their misses, and again, we got contributions from a lot of people, but everything starts with Paige and Aaliyah. And I thought they were both great.
I just had a couple of big moments for you. Is this the kind of performance you want to see from her?
You know, Ice has a lot of talent. She has a lot of natural skills. She doesn't know how to use them right now. So at the beginning, you know, it's about competing really hard. It's about, you know, asserting yourself defensively, offensively, rebounding the ball, playing good D. And I thought today was her best game. I thought she gave us some great minutes and was a factor out there. So I'm hoping that this gets her going in the right direction. You know, that ball that was going out of bounds to end the half, was it the end of half? Third quarter, at the end of third quarter, that she saved. She never goes after that ball in practice. She just lets the managers go get it. So today, she actually did something that I didn't think she was capable of doing. So there's hope.
It just seems really somber, and Tom wasn't with you and the players on that day. It was taking it pretty hard. What does this honor mean to this team, and why is this injury taking them really hard?
You know, Aubrey's had to overcome a lot. You know, she had one of these in high school, and she missed a year at UConn because she had needed back surgery. And it's just, you just are heartbroken for a kid when it's their last year and something like this happens. It's the basketball part is actually, when this happens, the basketball part's actually really secondary, you know. You know, if you try to say, wow, how are we going to replace her on the basketball court? And I don't think anybody thinks like that. I think it's more of, you know, the rest of your teammates just knowing that you're going to have to fight your way through this, and it's not an easy one. And we were talking in the locker room about, you know, Jamel brought it up. She said, we're in this bubble where it's all around us. All around us. Every day you pick up a paper, every day you see a news story. Somebody on some team has something that puts them out for the year. Any sport. I don't know what it is, what's going on. But right now we're in a bad cycle, and I think the kids are, you know, I think they're just kind of gutted out by all this, you know.
Anything else from Coach?
What'd you think of your team's ball movement tonight? I mean, just 19 assists in the first half. It felt like everything was assisted.
Well, we spent the whole month of November standing around watching each other, hoping that somebody would make a play. And, you know, Flan and I were talking about it. It's not easy when you insert somebody like Paige into the lineup. She commands so much. Everybody else on the team has to change their role. I mean, not Aaliyah, but certainly everybody else. You know, all the perimeter players got to change their role because of what she adds. And it took us a while, but once we figured it out, I mean, for us to score this many points, this many times against quality teams, It's all because of our ball movement. It's all because of the pace that we're playing at, and how everybody's sharing it. You know, there was a stretch in the third quarter where we kind of reverted back to what I don't like. But for the most part, that's been the biggest change in our team that's gotten us on this role that we're on right now, has been how well we've moved the ball, and our rotation was really set. You know, Aubrey would be able to come in and make us bigger, make us longer, make us quicker, help us rebounding, and, you know. So we had a little bit of an answer for everything, and it just, the confidence level was sky high. And when you're like that, the ball does tend. We talked a lot about early, like about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, that everything was heavy. You know, like the ball was heavy. The ball was stuck all the time. And that's because the vibe on the team was heavy. Guys were trying to figure things out, and they were struggling. And now, you know, everything's light. Everything. Practice is light. Shoot-around's light. The ball's light. It just... And that's the result.
I know we talked about her a lot on Sunday, but Nika reached 500 career assists today. It's likely to see her reach that milestone.
I'll never forget when we were recruiting Nika, and I remember she said to me one time that she would much rather have an assist than score. And a lot of kids say that, and they don't really mean it. But, you know, she said something that I really hadn't thought of. You know, that idea of what, when you score, one person's happy, you, because you scored. And when you get an assist, that kid's happy, and so are you, because you were responsible for that basket. And that's the way she lives, and that's the way she plays. And so I'm not surprised that she got there. And especially this year where she's up around, how many did she get today? 7? She got 7 today. And with KK out there and Paige out there, they're all trying to figure it out, you know, what to do. And she still controls what's going on out there. She still controls the team.
Coach, record crowd here at DJ Sokol, and just the growth of women's sports and women's basketball. What can you say about what you've witnessed over the past year and a half?
Yeah, it's something that's been it's been on its way for quite some time. Maybe there was some resistance against it for a long time, you know. But it seems like in this past year especially, there's been kind of a breakthrough, and people are so much more aware, engaged. Hey, let me go see what the hoopla is. Let me go and be a part of it. And the product's been great, you know, and there's been some great performances by a lot of really terrific players. I think the style of play that people play, I think, is appealing if it's done right, and I think Creighton certainly has a style of play that's appealing. I was saying before the game, I said this is a huge home court advantage, this court, you know. You fill this place up, it's great, and I was really proud of the fact that that's what happened today, that they set a record, right? They set a record today. Yeah. Somebody asked me one time, said, do you think Flan will play you across the street down there, you know, in a big arena? And I said, why? And they said, well, you know, you might get like 10, 12,000 people there. I said, I don't really think he cares about that. I think he'd rather play us right here all the time. And I don't blame them. This is a great environment for women's basketball.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
You will not have any